Happy Friday and welcome to a Trinity Family 5-Minute Friday. I'm Andrew and this is Bree Weens and we are a Trinity family.
We're heading into summer, warmer weather, longer days. Super excited. Everyone's excited. Everyone's getting out, especially in Minnesota where we've been cold and inside, and we're just wanting to enjoy the weather and enjoy the time, but the time goes so fast.
Yep.
And it seems like 1 minute we're in it and the next is out and we don't even really know what's happened because it's gone by so fast. So we want to help you make great scenes this summer without feeling overly stressed and overly committed to all these different time things that you don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, because the reality, and we all know it, is busy, jam-packed summers does not equal great scenes. And what happens so easily during summers and the activities, the kinds of things we do, is life becomes kind of like a moving sidewalk. That's the way I like to think of it. The ground underneath us is actually just continuously moving and propelling us along, and we've got to keep up. You know, and that kinds of activities that we do too. I mean, they're the same kinds of things. I got to do field trips in the schools for the last 6 or so years with kids, and it's the same kind of activities. You know, we're going to the zoo. We're going to go to this awesome festival that they have with all these cool booths and vendors and great things. And we're going to go to an amusement park and ride all the rides. And those kinds of experiences, it's just like perpetual motion.
Because you want to do everything. You want to see all the sights and you want to have every experience and at least take one picture with everything.
Yeah, and even camping can be that way. You know, we've worked all week, now we're going camping, we got to set up the thing, then we got to go fishing real quick before we get back, come back, set the fire, you know, all these things. It's just this perpetual motion. And so what happens then is we don't actually make great scenes, because there's a difference between play and entertainment. And play is where great scenes happen, but play is where I have to invest my personhood.
Whereas entertainment, you're a bystander. You're watching.
Yep.
You're watching someone else's life or vicariously living and being entertained.
And when I'm moving so quickly, when I'm allowing myself to just be drawn along by that moving sidewalk, I don't put myself in the game. And especially when I'm a kid and I'm not aware, if that pause button isn't hit, that kid's not making great snes. And I experienced this.
So what did you do in the school?
Yeah, I experienced this in the schools. Is that those kids, you know, you'd ask them, how was the zoo today? It was fine. What was your favorite part? I mean, I guess I like the monkeys. You know, they aren't engaging, and so we gotta disrupt this. And so we would start to do things where, for example, we would drive them to a state park and we just dump them there. And we'd say, okay, go with your group leader and just make this day, enjoy it. Find something that's fun. And you know, I'd pick up the kids, or I was with them, but you know, ask them afterwards, how was your time? How was the field trip? Oh, Andrew, it was so great. And you know, this group would be going, oh, we found this little hole in the ground and we started putting sticks and leaves, and then we got water and we kept carting water, and we go back and forth and we made soup and we stirred it up and we made her eat it. We made our teacher eat it. It was so much fun. We did that for 4 hours. You know, that was a great scene that they made. They lingered, they played.
And they connected over that play.
And those are the kinds of things we want to find in our summers. Those are the things that summer was made for. So Bree, how can we do that? How can we make that in our family time? Can you just talk us through a little bit?
Well, sometimes we really need to jam the stick in that moving sidewalk to just disrupt it. And so maybe that means doing something completely new. Yeah. Not going to the amusement park, but going to the state park instead. But it could also mean lingering, drawing out time, making space for an event or for an activity to play, to connect, and to have that time just being there without the stress. But a huge thing to be able to be in the moment and not have that stress is foresight and planning. It's okay, what are we going to have for breakfast that morning before we go? What are we going to have for lunch? What are we going to bring so that we're not hungry and stressed and tired because we're all hungry? And what are we going to have for dinner that night so that when we come home, it's a nice experience and we have dinner and we can enjoy that and not have to be thinking about what we're doing while we're in that moment, making that soup or engaging in some other activity. And so there needs to be that lingering time, but there needs to be a plan for the practicals behind the lingering time, so you can linger and enjoy it instead of being all stressed out about it.
Yeah, so we just encourage you to just take a look at your next weekend or your next week, and how can you even just insert one time of stepping off that track. that moving sidewalk. And next week we're gonna continue this conversation a little bit. We
with
have a
family
specific
vacations.
Tool. It's around family vacations and how can we make them playful.
Yeah, and we'd like to share that with you next week. So join us next week. Otherwise, have a great week, have a great Friday, and take some time to just be. Bye.
Bye.